it, let me give it to you. Whatever you need, I got it. You need to know anything, just ask and I'll provide. Whatever you want, I got it, got it.
Hey. Welcome to Looking for Love. I'm your host, Trey Kearney. This is my co-host,
Lamar Hall.
We're here every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the New You Nation Network YouTube channel. So if you are tuned in from TikTok, I need to tell y'all right now, we don't know if TikTok gonna be here next week, so you need to go over to the New You Nation Network YouTube channel where you can see us every Wednesday at 9 p.m. We don't want to lose y'all, so please go on over and check us out. So, hey, Lamar, how's your week going?
Going pretty good. How's yours?
Mine's is good. I cannot complain. Just it's been busy. The network's picking up, people sending in questions and videos. They're like, can you talk about this video? Can you talk about that video? I'm like, oh my goodness. Okay. So, but it's exciting. The bigger, the better, because we're growing now. I mean, it's incredible. Like that, all of the viewers for supporting us, for sending your questions, for loving us. So Lamar, the people want to know, we're going to get to this and we're going to get to that in a minute because they've been sending me stuff last show about your butt.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, oh my goodness. They like, we want to know. So, but if this is your first time tuning in, we do our What Would You Do, which is our viewers' questions. We answer them. We love for you to answer them with us in the chat. We have our viewers. They ask us relationship questions. We answer them. And our disclaimer is whatever you do is up to you. We are not professional therapists or any of those things. We are just giving our opinion and having fun with you guys. So, and then we go to our Let's Sip on It. We have our celebrity news. Then we go to our Beauty and Beast segment. We give you tips on health and wellness, whether it's physical, mental, or emotional. And then we do our final thoughts. So that is the rundown. So stick around because the time goes fast. So we're going to get to our first question because the time does go fast. Right. Well, my glass is dirty, but I can't see without them. About 15 years ago, a good friend of mine wrecked my marriage by sleeping with my husband. When I say a good friend, we spent holidays together. My children called her auntie. Her children called me auntie. She called mother ma since 8th grade. Of course, we are late 40s now. She was with my ex for about 5 years, and of course, last. I haven't seen her since they parted ways. My mom passed away recently, and she showed up to pay her respect, which I didn't mind. She was in and out. When I sat down to read cards from the funeral, there was one from her in a 2-page letter apologizing and asking to rebuild our relationship. She included her phone number and asked if we could meet. What should I do?
So this is a female question. I'll let you go first. Go.
That ain't your friend. That ain't never been your friend. And that ain't the first one of your men she slept with. That's just my opinion. Listen, one thing about me, once I can't trust you, I really don't have no use for you. And once the trust is broken, I really cannot trust you. So, I mean, I understand, and I truly, truly understand that this is a person that you were friends with from 8th grade. I have 4 friends that I've been friends with since 6th grade, since we were 11 and 12 years old. And there's a level of forgiveness that we have. We've been through some things. But to be in my house with my husband and my children and wreck my marriage and not only disrupt me, but disrupt my children, disrupt the whole family. I'm sure people, I'm sure your mother was hurt. That was never your friend. And we have to stop using the word friend so loosely. And I'm sure there had to be other red flags along this journey, because that ain't the first man of yours that she slept with. My mother said, if it walked like a duck and it quacked like a duck, it's a duck.
I think people have to understand that certain people are in your life for certain seasons. And that doesn't mean that they're always forever. There is a lesson to be learned. And like you said, integrity of a person matters to everything. So if you can't understand those boundaries, and understand that staying away from somebody's spouse or and stuff like that, those are horrible things. You know, that I would never look at one of my friends' wives or, you know, I was so anal back in the day. Like we would go to the strip club and I don't want the stripper that danced on you to dance on me. I don't. It sounds crazy, but I just don't. There's too many strippers in here for me to worry about the one that just danced on you. I don't care how fine she is or nothing like that. The integrity of a person is the integrity of a person. It is what it is. So that person was in your life for a couple of seasons. You had some great memories. It's just time to move on. It doesn't mean you need to rekindle anything. It's done. It's over with. Nobody that is, to me, is unforgivable. You know, so it's just move on with your life. You know, it's like, hey, listen, we were friends. I have a cousin that I grew up with like a brother, and we had a disagreement, and we no longer talk. We haven't talked in almost 4 or 5 years. And I mean, he's like a brother. I mean, he's a year and a half younger than me. I grew up with him. I don't know life without him. But I had to also understand is that he's only in my life for a certain amount of seasons. And I had people around me that started to make me understand that he probably doesn't love you the way you love him, you know? And so and once you start looking at things, you start seeing stuff and you kind of go like,
probably don't love you the way you love him. Wow.
Yeah.
I say forgive her and move on.
Oh, you have to. You have to forgive. That's the only way you can have peace. That's the only way you're going to grow as a person. Forgive. That doesn't mean forgiving does not mean rekindling.
Right.
It
and that's
doesn't.
What people have to understand that forgiveness and reconciliation are different things. I learned this in church. Forgiveness is free because God forgives us. Reconciliation requires trust, and trust is earned. And Absolutely. This is a person that was never your friend if she could sleep with your husband. I'm sorry to just say that this was never, ever your friend, because that's just a level of betrayal that you can never trust again.
Right.
So move on, sis.
That's a simple one.
Some people will rock with her again, but I'm not that person. That level of betrayal is different. It will be different if it was a boyfriend from high school or even a boyfriend. But a woman that you had and your husband who's sick, and no.
If I have to question my partner, my wife, my girlfriend, her security around you, you're not the guy, you know, because any guy that I call a friend, and I mean a friend is somebody that I invite into my home, I, you know, divulge my good times, my bad times with, and our experiences. There's no way that I'm going to look at his wife, his girlfriend, anything like that and go, yeah, I could probably have her. You know, that to me that's just as low as it gets for me. So I don't know. It's unforgivable. I think this young lady should just move on, you know, take the apology. That's closure and life goes on. I'm going to keep talking. Okay. So Am I going to get on this topic of last weekend? Everybody wants to know. I definitely want to hear the questions, Trey, that everybody's inquiring about.
So we're going to get to our next question, but betrayal and loyalty is, and it has to be whatever your core values are, right? So some things are unforgivable to some people because loyalty is important to them. And some people can forgive people because that's not their deal breaker. But my deal breaker is if you sleep with my man, something to my kids, we're done. And rock with my 4 girls. Like those my core. We call it, that's my core 4. Those are my girls. If you don't rock them, if you're not friends with them, if they cut you off, I don't rock with you. And people may say, oh, that's petty. That's it. No, if you don't rock with them, because I know the content of their character, I know that if you don't rock with them, it's something that you did. It ain't something that they did. Because I know the content of their character, because I've been friends with them for over 40 years, like 45 years. Wow.
I think I got 30, I got 2 or 3 friends, 35 years maybe.
Yeah. I've been friends with them for 45 years. So my loyalty with them, if you don't rock with them, I don't rock with you. And I don't care who don't like it. If you tell me you don't mess with them, I don't mess with you. I don't care what the situation was. those my dogs. You like you said, a reason, a season, and a lifetime. Those my lifetimers, and I don't mess around with them. So you gotta go. And if you mess with my man, we ain't even talk about that no more. So we're gonna get to our next question. I got engaged to a woman I thought was everything: brains, beauty, successful career, the whole package. So I thought. I wined and dined to spoil this woman for 3 years, only to find out she was stepping out on me. So of course I ended the relationship. The ring I gave very, in capital letters, expensive. Let's just say I'm staying on it. I've asked for the ring back several times only to get the runaround. Should I take this trick to court or let it go? Take her ass to court. Excuse me, Lord.
Well, I'll say this. I don't know if you ever heard the story of Gilbert Arenas. So he was dating a chick. He gave her a $400,000 engagement ring. And he knew the relationship. They had a disagreement. They made up. And he pretended for about 4 weeks to like this, 4 months to like this woman, to get the ring back, to switch it for a fake ring. So
he already let her go. This is what I'm saying.
Take your losses. That's what I would say. As a man, you're used to
paying on it. It's a difference if Let me say why I'm saying no. It would be different if he cheated on her and the relationship ended because on his part he did something wrong. Then I will my homegirl. He cheated on you, you wasted your time, but she cheated on him. Like, no, take her to court and get your money. You paying on this ring. And she knows she did wrong and she should give you your ring back. But she playing games. But she been playing you from the start. Because she clearly was wandering and dining her. She was entertaining someone else. But I take her to court and get your ring, or take her to court and put the bill, like let her continue to pay for that ring that she wearing. Because you thought this was forever, an honorable thing for you to do, to get engaged to this woman and for her to betray you and then not want to give the ring back. Women know that if you don't get married, the ring is supposed to be back. If you're married, is
that a known thing?
Yes. I didn't see people in court. I didn't see Judge Judy, and Judge Judy's like, you don't own that ring because you didn't get married. That was an engagement ring. The engagement didn't last. Now, if you're married, you keep your wedding band and your engagement because you didn't put in the time. But you don't get to take somebody's ring, cheat on them, and take a ring that may have cost him a year's salary. Like, no, you don't do that to people. I think you should take her to court, and that's just my opinion. If I was your sister, or her grill and knuckle up.
You're gonna pull up on her.
I'm gonna get your ring.
I guess for me, it just really depends on what's the price. What are you talking about? $5,000 or $25,000 or $30,000? So he
said it's a very ERY capital letters. Let's just say I'm still paying it. Take her to court.
He's probably greater than 20 grand then. I mean, I don't believe in that, given that type of ring for that. It's not necessary. The difference between a $10,000 ring and a $20,000 ring is not noticeable by the eye. So,
right. Well, take her to court, bro. I'm just saying.
Yeah, take her to court.
She played you. She played you, and don't let her get away with it. Like I said, it would be a different story if he was the cause of the breakup. Well, for her to cheat on him and then not want to give his ring back, and you're the reason for the breakup, for the break off of the engagement, this man was getting ready to marry you. Not only take her to court for the financial, but for the emotional stress. Take her to court. I'm just saying, if I was your sister,
if you was his sister, she'd be beat up already.
I would be how. I will be like, we gonna come outside. Seriously, you need to come outside and give my brother his ring, or you are not gonna be able to walk these streets on a regular basis. Just you better look over your shoulder every single day.
I like that. I got female cousins I can do that. Even we don't talk all the time. If I tell them, hey, come beat this girl up, he'll beat her up.
I ain't gonna have to beat her up, but I yell her up. I collar her. You don't take my brother, cheat on him, and then not want his ring back? That's shady. You was using him from the beginning, so now you're gonna learn a lesson. If you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love. I'm your host, Trey Kearney. This is my co-host,
Lamar Hall.
We're here every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the New U Nation Network YouTube channel. We are doing our segment, What Would You Do?, where we answer our audience questions, and we just tell them what we would do. And it is whatever you get from this, it is your responsibility. You are responsible for your actions. So let's get to our next question. A guy I've been dating on and off for a year asked me to go on vacation with him to Hawaii, everything on his tab. I would love to go, but I do not want to feel like I'm obligated to sleep with him. Everyone is telling me he's going to expect something in return, even though he already said he's not. Am I being naive to believe him, or should I just decline? Hawaii is expensive. Hawaii is expensive. Hawaii is my dream vacation.
Yeah.
And I've looked up a good Hawaii. The Hawaii is expensive.
Very. I don't know very many men that want to take women out of their city, out of the country, and not want to have some type of intimate reaction with them. So it surprises me on women to go like, oh my God, he wants to have sex with me. He's taking me. Like, what do you think? It's a vacation. That's what you're supposed to do on vacation. So
he's not expecting anything.
He's lying. He's lying.
That's what she's asking. He said, am I being naive?
He's lying. Are they going to sleep in the same bed? Yes. Lying. He's lying. So he shouldn't even have to lie. It should be understood that we're going on vacation. There's no better sex than vacation sex.
Listen, sis, this is a man talking. I wouldn't go if I couldn't pay for it myself. Like if we got there and I needed to reimburse him, because we got to the point where he was like, you come all the way to Hawaii to do it. If you can't afford to do it yourself, then just say thank you, but no thank you. And I'll go to Hawaii on my own time. Because if I pay for a man to go to Hawaii, he's going to give me some.
Here we are. We're back to the shoes on the other foot. You know.
If I pay you to go to Hawaii,
put her in a situation. You pay $5,000 to $7,000 to take this man.
You gonna do whatever I tell you to do when we get to Hawaii. I'm taking you because I want something. You're gonna carry my bag. You're gonna be my butler. You're gonna do something. If I pay for you to go all the way to Hawaii, what, Lamar? I'm not saying if I'm saying, yo, dude, I'm gonna pay for you to go to Hawaii. What's in it for me? Everybody, that's like business acronym. Like, what's in it for me? Like when people teach you about business, they say when you go to a company to pitch to a company or to go, the job is looking for what's in it for me. Everybody's looking for what's in it for me. So don't be naive and think that for 1 second. Just decline. If you ain't gonna slap cheeks, just let it go. Just don't, because you're about to ruin this relationship. If this is your friend and y'all been dating and y'all cool, don't go.
It sounds so much better coming from you, because if I say it sounds horrible.
No, it absolutely just said.
No, it sounds horrible. I mean, if I say, hey, I'm going on vacation, I'm expecting to clap some cheeks.
But why he say? But he said he's not expecting anything.
He's lying. Man, cut the lying. He's lying. He's hoping that he's gonna get in a situation where there's alcohol involved, he slept in the bed, whatever the case might be. He's waiting for the perfect opportunity. He's lying. So he should be honest with himself and tell her, this is the stipulation. Don't accept the trip if you don't want to have sex.
Right.
I'll find somebody else.
And I feel like maybe to some degree he is being truthful, But there's this bit of hope that he's hoping, like you said,
Right.
when we get there, she's gonna loosen up. We're gonna have some drinks. But you have to face the consequences of if you don't loosen up and you do have drinks and you still like, I'm not, that's not what I came for. That there's gonna be a problem, and this man gonna be like, you need to get my money back when we get home.
I don't understand.
I'm leaving you here.
Why would you think that a man would want to go on vacation with you and nothing intimately happen?
Yeah, decline.
What men are doing that? I don't know very many men that are saying, let me go spend all this money on you and I don't want nothing in return.
Why is expensive? That's all I'm saying. That's an expensive trip.
We already know you're gonna get yours.
We talk about Miami. We talk about Hawaii. Hawaii is expensive. I'm just saying, like, so, ma'am, if you have it in you that you plan on just relaxing when you get there and something may happen, then go with it. Because if it's no chemistry, of course you ain't gonna do nothing. But if you're going with the intent of I'm not doing anything with him, just don't go. Stay home and leave that man alone. Just stay home.
Don't go with me if it's 50-50 shit.
Oh no. Yeah, we just
I want 100%.
Go with your girlfriends, and then nobody owes anybody anything. So if you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love. We're here every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you are on TikTok, you need to go to the New You Nation Network YouTube channel, because we don't know if TikTok is going to be here for our next show. So I'm just saying to y'all, go to the New You Nation Network YouTube channel. Even if it's going to be here, we can eliminate that the next time they start arguing over TikTok. Y'all will be over here with us. So we thank y'all who are on on YouTube right now. Thank you, Mindful Motivation. Thank you, Kathleen. We appreciate y'all being here. So we are going to go to our next question so we can get to our next segment and stay on time. One of my good male friends asked me on an official date. We have never explored this avenue. We've been friends since childhood. I've always looked at our relationship as brother and sister. We've always had each other's back. He knows all my stuff. I know all his stuff. We've confided deeply in each other over the years. Should I keep him in the friend zone or explore the possibilities?
If you explore the possibilities, there's always a chance that the friendship may never be the same. If you're willing to risk that, then you can explore the possibilities, but you have to understand the risk and reward factor of what is going to potentially happen. You could potentially have a great relationship and it could be something you've never known and you can get married. The other side of it is it may not work and you guys can never rekindle that friendship again. So it's to your discretion.
Yes, stay in the friend zone. That one thing is, once you cross that line, there is no coming back. And once a stone is thrown, you can't, it's not coming back. So I have a couple of very good male friends. Like, they're like my boys. I would never
make the screen bigger. I got to pause out.
I would never ever cross the line with them because I value their relationship way too much. And I will sever ties with us because we crossed that line and now we can't stand to be in a room together. So like Lamar said, is the risk worth the reward? Are you willing to lose your friendship with this person who you call your brother? And are you attracted to him? Because you said you've been looking at him as a sibling all these years. So is there any attraction? So if you're not attracted to him, number one, it's never going to work out. I would say, why has he crossed this line now? Have you given him some signals or inkling that you want to be with him? Has something changed in the dynamic where he would approach you in this manner? Because I'm not understanding why he's asking you now to go on a date after all these years. I have male friends and they've never, ever made me even think that it was on that wavelength. They're like my brothers, but they've never, ever thought of me like that. So that's why my respect for them is different, because they've never hit on me. And I know I'm cute. So I know it's not because of anything, but they respect me on a different level. So they have never tried anything with me. And I appreciate that from them. So for you, if this dude is your brother and y'all cross that line and it doesn't work out, and most relationships end on a bad note. So you're going to lose your friend. Are you willing to lose your friend because you're going to be mad at him if y'all break up? Because people don't just break up because they break up. And again, there ain't no turning back.
Right.
Once y'all swap body fluid and once y'all swap fit, it's a whole nother different level of respect. Like it's different once you do that. So I would never ever, with the couple of male friends that I value, I would never compromise what we have for what might be.
I think in the beginning, if you start out as friends, I think you have to make it very clear that no matter what, we're going to be friends, and that there can never be this potential romance. I think I've maybe had one female in my entire life that has been a true like friend. Like, you know, I never looked at her any other way like that. So
right, and that's what I'm saying. Like, what shifted in a dynamic that he would ask you on a date? Like, if this is your friend from the sandbox or from childhood, what shifted all of a sudden that he is asking you on a date? You know what I mean? Because I've been around my boys that are my boys, they haven't given me that anything. Did you do something? Like, was there a moment where something happened where y'all were like, oh my God, did y'all get drunk? Or I'm not understanding how you go from.
Could be out of desperation. If he has a bunch of failed relationships, he could be starting to see and say, hey, you know, maybe these relationships aren't working. Maybe I'm compatible with this person and I've been friends with her for 20 plus years. Why wouldn't we? You know, so out of desperation, it's not the right thing, but maybe out of desperation, he's looking at her as an opportunity, you know, as opposed to maybe he didn't see that in the beginning. That's why he got put in the friend zone.
Something ain't right. Like I said,
something ain't right. Something changed. Something absolutely has changed, but it's just
what changed all of a sudden from where
it's him. It's him. She's okay with where they are right now. It's more on him. What has happened to him? And it's probably he's not getting the level of woman, or he doesn't have the compatibility that he has with her. Now he's comparing every woman to this friendship. So he's just kind of like, why would I not date her? Because I keep having all these failed relationships.
And have you been letting him cry on your shoulder about these things?
I'm sure they confide in each other if they're that close.
I have boundaries with my male friends. Like, we don't talk about our relationships like that, because that's how you end up slipping on it.
That's dope that you can recognize that in the beginning and say that. I mean, that
a lot of people, we don't talk about our relationships. I mean, we have brief conversations, but we don't go into detail of him crying on my shoulder or me crying on his shoulder. Of course, we know we broke up with people.
Right.
All right.
You keep the boundaries. Everybody has to have boundaries, and you have to respect.
So he must have been crying on her shoulder, or they crying on each other's shoulder, and now it's like you said, they've become intimately connected. So people, listen to this, and this is for men and women. You have to be careful with how you handle relationships, platonic relationships, opposite sex relationships, because you could be in the middle of an emotional affair with a person and not realize it. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and you, we cool, right? If we cross certain boundaries and I start listening to certain things and saying certain things to you, we'll get into an emotional affair and not even be aware of it until we're in an emotional affair, because there's things about your relationship that you shouldn't even be confiding in anybody in. It should only be your woman, or it should only be my man. So people end up in emotional relationships saying, I'm just being a friend. No, you are in an emotional connection with this person, and you got to know when to put the brakes on that, because it will lead him or her to thinking, you know what, you for me, and now we have slipped into something else. So maybe they've been in an emotional affair and haven't even realized it. So if I was you, ma'am, I would keep my friend in the friend zone, and I would tell him, I respect you as my brother, and if you ever need me, I'm here, but I don't want to compromise our friendship. I don't even risk losing you in my life. If he's that important to you, that's what I would say to him. So.
Yeah, I mean, you got to establish that if this person, if it doesn't work, are you okay with this person not being in your life anymore? If that person means something to you, then don't do it. It's not worth it.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't. Okay. So if you just tuned in, you're tuned in to Looking for Love. We're here every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the New You Nation Network YouTube channel. Join us over on YouTube. If you are enjoying this and you are on YouTube, you can give us a superstar and it will support the movement and keep us here, because you can support us like as if we were another network that makes you pay $15.49 a month. But you can give $1 if you like. So we're gonna get to our next segment. Which
Where's your sound machine?
I don't know where it's at. Which is Let's Sip on That. So this is our celebrity relationship news. So this right here, so Usher's in concert and he brings women up on the stage and they do this. So this video was sent to me. I don't know if you sent it to me, but somebody sent it to me. And
is it the cherries?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So I want us to look at this and then we're going to talk about, because Usher is a married man and these women that are engaging in this are in relationships. So let's take a look at this.
Laugh. If I'm reaching for the cherry, I'm to the house. I'm already left. It's like, bitch, let Usher give your ass a ride home. Fuck that.
Damn.
I'm not going for that stupid shit.
Yeah, he's setting.
Alejandro, are you going for it? You always try to fade
Alejandro
out.
holding this girl up.
Nah, he's not.
If she wasn't, how many opportunities would she get to meet Usher and get Sherry's feet to
You think
her?
she just met Usher? That's funny. Okay, how do you feel about it personally?
If that's an experience that she wants to have,
okay,
then who am I to take that experience away from her?
How do you feel after she has that experience? Are you still dating her?
No.
But she had her experience.
She had her experience.
Hey, that shit cost.
Okay.
Hey, I was all the way with him for a minute, like wow, really? This guy is, like he's really open. He's like, would you be with her? No. He was like, no. I was like,
and this is what I want the women to hear. It is disrespectful. Thank you, Kathleen. Hold on, we gotta acknowledge that we got a super. Thank you, Kathleen. We appreciate you so much. So we have to realize that, first of all, I gotta say this. I know entertainment is entertainment. I 150% am all for some good entertainment. But my husband is not doing that on stage. There's other ways to entertain. So I don't know his wife's situation, and people could say, Trey, you insecure, is Usher. No, there's a level of disrespect that I'm just not tolerating. You are not feeding cherries like that to a woman, and the way you're looking at her and lusting over her, I am not with that. And it's only, that's just me and my husband. And entertainment, like I said, there's a line in the sand, even with entertainment. And for women, if you have a man, again, Lamar, and I love you because last week you snatched my edges with that. What would you do? Like if the shoe was on the other foot? You got a lot of women talking right now. You got a lot of women say, hey, he got me too, because they're chatting about it. But how would you feel if your husband was on stage with, let's think of one of the women that's just doing too much?
Meg Thee Stallion.
Meg Thee Stallion. There we go. If your husband went up on stage with Meg Thee Stallion and she got on top of him and rode him, just straddled him and him, or backwards and was on him, and he was just like sitting there. Well,
I think there's levels to it. Like you said, you can admire an entertainer from afar, but when you start having interactions with them and it starts to go really sexual, that's when it kind of gets borderline disrespectful. And then it's a case of, if If she's there by herself, would she do the same thing if her man was sitting next to her?
Well, they
That's
doing
how
it
you
there, and then they going home breaking up. You see what happened to Keke Palmer and Usher?
right. But what I'm saying is that the you know your behavior is not appropriate if you wouldn't do it if your man was sitting right next to you.
I'm gonna
Now,
say this too. Single people do single people stuff. There's some stuff I could do whatever I want to do. I'm single right now. So I do single people stuff. But married people shouldn't be doing single people stuff, or people in relationships shouldn't be doing stuff that single people are doing and expect. Like that dude said. He was all with it. Oh yeah, I don't want to take that experience away from her. And then he said, but would you be with her afterwards? And his answer was absolutely not. You're gonna go home and break up because there's a level of respect that should never be crossed, no matter who it is. I don't care about Usher. If I'm with my man, I don't care about Usher. If I'm with my man, I don't care. Nope, I don't care about Usher.
And again, you can be a fan.
I am a fan.
But
I'm
be
a fanatic of Usher.
But I'm saying be respectful. And the way to gauge it is if he's sitting next to you, will you still put them cherries in your mouth like that?
And let's check this out for the women that are listening. I would never disrespect Usher's wife like that. That's just not the way that I'm built. Like if he came over to me with the cherries, dude, you are married. Like go somewhere and sit down.
I think his wife tolerates it because he is Usher. And I think that's the way that he makes his money, by doing those things. So I think he doesn't, but entertainment is all about keeping your name circulating. And if he can do these things to make people have these little 15, 20-second clips on Instagram, and it just attracts more people to this experience that he's trying to provide, he's doing it with a reason. And I think his wife will be more tolerant than a husband who goes, hey, you're going to have a girls trip in Vegas, and next thing I know, you at Usher and you sticking cherries in your mouth like you're licking some balls. That's not acceptable. That's what we're simulating. I mean, that's what we're doing. You know, so it's like, then I'm at home going like, you don't even lick my balls like that. Why are you doing the cherries like that? So it's like, come on. Like,
and that's the crazy part too. They wouldn't do that for their husband, but you'll do that for Usher.
But I guarantee you, if you lick his balls like that, he wouldn't give a damn if he was out there licking some cherries.
And the truth about it is, if you're doing that, if you had the opportunity to go with Usher, you would. And for me, like I said, if Usher was an up and coming artist and that was his wife, right? And they was trying to come up to get, you got to get fans. No, Usher, you're there. You made it already. You don't have to do none of this. You don't have to do nothing. You never have to put a cherry in a woman's mouth for your shows to be sold out. So you're doing this. I don't know why. It's one thing if, like you said, I need Instagram. I need to be relevant. You're relevant just from your music. When everybody's just buying Usher tickets because Usher's show is excellent without the cherries.
Yeah, but the cherries make it a little bit more enticing. The cherries make it a little bit more spicy, and the dancing and up on you and the opportunity to do that is the reason why you go. Not that it may happen to you, but there's always an opportunity that he might pick you. And that's how Usher's luring these women in. And
disrespectful.
I'm not mad at Usher for doing it. I will never be mad at Usher for being Usher.
Married.
No, I get it. But he's an entertainer. It's like an actor being in a movie, kissing a woman and pretending to have sex with her. It's acting. That's what he's doing.
That's different.
He's an
somebody's writing that role for that actor, and
correct. But he's entertaining.
Listen, somebody's writing that role for that actor and saying, if you want to be in this movie, then you have to do this sex scene. Usher's making a conscious decision to do that.
No, he is. He's making a conscious decision to make my show sexual, and so sexual that women fantasize about it and talk about it and come. with the opportunity to think that they can participate in my fantasy. He's an entertainer. You have to know the difference in that. I'm not mad at Usher, and his wife understands that's why they live the life they did. You cannot get with Usher. This is his third wife. You can't change Usher. He's been this way since he was 14 years old. So he is Usher. So you have to accept Usher who he is. His wife is doing a very good job of that. That's fine. The difference is that the women that go to these shows are living out some fantasy because what Usher's presenting. And it is a little racy if you are a married woman and you don't do those things to your husband.
I think it's disrespectful on both parts. I think it's disrespectful for Usher disrespecting his wife. I think it's disrespectful for women disrespecting their man. And I think it's disrespectful for women to disrespect Usher's wife. Usher's disrespecting his wife. Women are disrespecting their man. And women are disrespecting Usher's wife. It's a whole lot of disrespect going on. And everybody's trying to act like it's entertainment. If it was my man and he was up on Meg Thee Stallion, there would be a problem at home that night. Because I would be like, what thinking to go up there knowing that with me and you let Meg Thee Stallion ride on top of you? Like, what are you doing?
So is it fair to say if a wife wants to go see Usher and the husband goes, no, you cannot?
No, that's not fair. No, that's not the problem going to see Usher. The problem is that boundary when them cherries come to your mouth. that's
and they jumping up and down like pick me, you know, like
single women.
Single women go all day. Single, and you know what? I think the and I just thought about this, that the median would be Usher should only target single
women.
He should.
There's a lot of disrespect going on, and I don't like it, and I don't appreciate it.
That's a fair compromise. That's a fair compromise. I personally wouldn't be mad at my wife, but she better be licking my balls like that too, because you can't go out there and get caught licking some cherries and this and that, and you come home and be like, fuck your balls, I don't do that. You're like, hold up, they's over there just licking Usher's cherry balls. Like, come on.
But like that, he said, tell Usher to ride you home. Like, we're not going home together. Like, you better, like, what are you doing? Like, no, like, I just, this, for me, and maybe because I'm 55, but Usher 55 or close to it.
He's like 46.
And these women, these ain't young women out here.
Again, these women want to feel young. They want to feel sexy again. And he's creating an environment. That's why I'm not really mad at Usher. I'm mad if I'm a married man and I've been married to my wife 15 plus years and she's out here wanting to lick some cherries like she's licking balls. Like, whoa, what are we doing here? That would be put it on the other thing. I'm at Meg Thee Stallion concert and she bringing titties out and I'm just going crazy with it.
Right.
It don't work. You know, it's like but what I'm saying is that men will get ostracized over doing the same thing. If Meg Thee Stallion was like, hey, I'm going to start, I'm going to go in the crowd and I'm going to put whipped cream all over my titties and put them on guy's face. They'd be like, oh my goodness. Wives would you would not be allowed to go to Meg Thee Stallion's concert.
Right.
I think what we're establishing the pattern here is that most women are hypocrites.
Women, well, with this one, Usher's very disrespectful to his wife. That's my opinion.
Don't put it on Usher.
Most women, both of them.
Listen, to last week's scenario, most women are hypocrites.
Yeah, it's a double standard. It's definitely a double standard. It is. It's definitely a double standard. But I'm just saying, in this situation, both are wrong. Usher's disrespectful to his wife, and I don't like it. And these women are disrespectful to his wife, and I don't like that because she's getting a double disrespect. Because if Usher came to me, I'd be like, if you don't go take your little married self somewhere, I will slap you. Go to the next chick. Because
I like that.
I mean,
that. You were showing Usher off. I'll be like,
get out of here. Go on about your, because this is an ego trip for him too. But Usher, we love you, but you disrespectful. Lamar, I don't think you are, but I think that you're very disrespectful to your wife. And all y'all hoes in the audience, I think y'all disrespectful too. What's that song? These hoes ain't loyal. They just not. Nobody. They ain't loyal to their man. If a celebrity can have you acting out a character that you never gonna see again, I don't trust you.
That's when you know the true character of your girl. When she gets around her celebrity crush, the closer she gets to it, how she acts says a lot about your girl.
Yes. So, fellas, watch out. So, we're gonna get to our next segment. Our time is running deep. Hey, Regina, how are you? What's up? How you been? So, we have some people in the chat. Hey, Roman, it's good to see you. So, if you're on TikTok, you need to come over to the New You Nation Network YouTube channel because we don't know what TikTok is doing next week, and we want to see y'all. So, this is the Looking for Love, and we will see y'all on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. live Eastern Standard Time on the New You Nation Network YouTube channel. So we hope that you will come over. And again, if you are enjoying us right now on YouTube, you can give us a super. And we thank Kathleen for our first super of $10. We appreciate you, Kathleen. We're going to send you some as soon as we get our merch because our merch is coming in the spring. And we want to let y'all know that. So we're going to get to our health and wellness segment, which is Beauty and the Beast. He's the beauty and I'm the beast. No. Mess with us. So Beauty and the Beast is our health and wellness segment. And Lamar, what is your health and tip for the week?
This is my last installment for the last prior 2 weeks on full body cleanses. So full body cleanses, we're talking about blood. If you're trying to cleanse your blood, pomegranate, oranges, ginger, great cleanses for your blood. For your digestive tract, it will be cucumbers, green apples, and aloe vera. So over the last 3 weeks, I've given you liver, lungs, skin, kidney, blood, and digestive tract.
Okay, look at you with your grown self. So my health and wellness tip for the week is get your B12 checked. Okay, I went to the doctor. You know, I've been dealing with my iron being low. Okay. And I told my doctor, she said, how you been sleeping? I said, I haven't been sleeping because my hands and my feet is tingling all night long. And she was like, I said, so I thought it was because my iron, because I missed my doctor's appointment. Don't miss your doctor's appointments. Okay, go to your doctor's appointment. But, you know, I'll be having Jermaine. But anyway, I missed my doctor's appointment. And you know, once you miss your doctor's appointment, you don't get another one for 3 to 4 weeks. So, which is crazy. But I missed it. So I thought my iron was low. So that's why my fingers and stuff was tingling. But she said, no, that wouldn't make it tingle. So she gave me a shot of B12. And first of all, I feel so much better. I've been tired. So the symptoms of low B12 or that you may be deprived of B12 is haziness, not being able to think clear, tingling fingers and hands. It could lead to erectile dysfunction. I looked up this stuff today. Headaches, blurred vision. What was the other ones? I think that was the main ones. Oh, and your balance. You know, my balance been off. And I didn't know why. Like every now and again, I would like tip to the side a little bit. This old age.
I got B12 in my cabinet. I haven't been taking it lately. And shit, 3 of them, 4 of them, 5 you said. I was like, can't be questionable. So I'm definitely gonna get back on.
Go get your B12 checked. Yeah, and get a B12 shot. She shot me in my arm today. She was like, let me go get you a B12 shot because my blood work won't be back for that until tomorrow. So she said, I'll have and my iron and everything, but she said my iron looked okay. Well, she said, I'll have a plan for you. Once I get your blood work back, we'll be able to set up a plan. So I liked this doctor that I saw today. So I really liked her because she really was on her P's and Q's. So get your B12 checked, get your iron checked. There are things that are not a routine for doctors to check. So you have to know to check them. So if you're having signs and symptoms, go get your B12 checked. As we get older, we don't absorb B12 as well. So the shot is good. Thank you. Thank you, Kate the hold on. You know I can't see. Kate the retired. So Kate, come on over to New You Nation Network YouTube channel so that we can with you. Yes, come over, transition over to the other side. Everybody on TikTok, we need y'all to move over so we can continue to grow with us. So we're going to get to our final thoughts, and then we're going to let y'all go. So Lamar, what is your final thoughts?
I'm trying to spin off what we're thinking. Final thoughts. I think that we need to truly understand what we are wanting, you know, and I think people just, they're not doing the soul searching. So it's like, you know, continue to make sure that, you know, you're taking care of yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, and work towards the person you envision that you want to be, you know, because I know growth is hard, you know, it's uncomfortable, but change has to happen. You know, we have to keep pushing ourselves out of this comfort zone, because if you don't, you get stagnant. And stagnant is not what you want. So it's just make sure that, you know, we talk about it at least every other week about knowing your red flags, knowing, working on yourself, therapy, all these things are really important. And the older that we get, they become more important. You know, it's like, I never thought that I would be at a point where I would be talking about medicine and have a cabinet full of, you know, B12 and B6 and things of that nature. But your process has to change. And that's the only way that you're going to grow, is to continue to do the maintenance today. Like you said, sometimes it's like a car. You have to take your car in for scheduled maintenance, and that's therapy. That's, you know, being physical, mental health, and things of that nature. So I don't know if we truly understand the benefits of that. And I hope everybody that's listening understands that it is the absolute most important thing you can do for yourself, is to get as close to peace and happiness that you absolutely can find. So it's just, and that's to your own thing, your own challenge of yourself, but challenge yourself. It's worth it. I absolutely tell you, it's worth it. Your older self will appreciate it.
Mm. And my final thought is, be true to yourself. In all these scenarios, just be true to yourself. Love on you, be true to you, and always put you first. And it's not selfish to put you first. So thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. We will see you next Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the new U Nation Network YouTube channel. Good night. We love y'all.
Love you.